If you're looking for Lori, this is Lori. She's the one running the event. Okay, this is your home. We have an O1V digital mixer. You press this to control the main mix and aux 1 to control the monitors. That's it. I'll change between them. To turn the monitor on and off is over here. On. The mains are on. Now the aux is, now the monitors are on, the monitors are off, the mains are off, the mains are on. On your channels, you have 4 microphones that are running across the stage. The one closest to you is this one right here. The next one that is right here, the next one is here, and the next one is here. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. They're labeled by this piece of tape you'll see on each one of them. The next channels that you'll be working with are, your channel strip is here, so it's the first 4 mics. Then after that, it's the tree. The tree channels are not fed into the monitors. You probably could if you wanted to put some in so that the choir director, who will sit on the stage and play the piano, could hear, but they're going to be able to hear anyway. But if you want to, you can put some tree in there. So the tree is this thing. The kids get into it. Over here on the side. They walk in, they walk around, and they go in and fill up the tree. And these microphones that you see, there are 8 of them. Okay? The channels are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Please notice that these lower ones have a code on them. That means that those belong to Long and McQuaid and they are insured. Put those ones on the bottom. As you can see, this one has also got one. Put those ones on the bottom in case somebody swipes one and steals it, it's insured. Okay, the rest of them are Alderneys. Okay, so the kids go in there. The snake head, if you have to get to it for some reason, which you shouldn't have to, is in here. You go into this area right here, and there's the snake head. Okay? All right. This is not a perfect system. It's just to help a little bit. It's area hiking. It's not going to be perfect. Turn it up until it feeds, and then turn it down a little bit. Okay, back on the board, you have these 2 stereo channels. One is keys. That is for the piano that lives over in that corner. It's plugged in and ready to go. The next one is Thomas. Sorry. Okay. Thomas has labeled this little mixer. What that means is that up here in the stereo ends, that's your piano coming in, and the next one is the stereo ends coming in out of this little mixer. It's just to give us some extra inputs. We have 2 inputs here. This gives us some music out there. You can't hear it, but it's playing Christmas carols out through the PA system. You can't hear it because the mains are off. Now you can hear it. Okay, and then the other one is for phone. That's because a lot of the dance groups, the 2 dance groups that are coming, are going to bring music on their phone. Some of the other performers are going to bring music on their phone. If they have a Samsung or an Android, use this adapter. If they have an iPhone, you can use that adapter that's taped to the side of the board. This is the MP3 player. Side button is power. I think you know this from inside. And just leave it playing all the time so you can just turn it up whenever you need to. Okay, the setup outside. Okay, the setup out front. What we have here is 2 mains on sticks, Those are the K12s. And then they are each labeled with a thing that says main, stage right. Power's here. Tie them up around this at the end of the night. Your monitors, they're just one mix. They're brought in here. And then they're daisy chained over to here. Each one again labeled monitor, monitor, and power. Okay, so it's one mix across the front. I think that's it as far as PA goes. Oh, lighting. So we have these backlights. I'll tell you about those in person later. Then we have these big things from Long and McQuaid. I'm going to go over to this one because it's not plugged in, so you can see the controls. You would plug it in here, obviously. Plug in the power here, obviously. So if you want to change the color, you move these dials. Right now, this one's set to red, green, green. Probably Serpentine Dance are going to want you to change it to all white, which I believe is just moving these 1 through 4 up to vertical. But that's what you do. You just move 1 through 4 and that changes the color. You can leave these up at the end of the night. Security will be here. At the end of the night, take down the speakers. These speakers. These microphones. Bring this whole thing just like this back inside and put it on the freight elevator just as it is. You can pick up the whole thing. Be sure to pick it up under the stand and not underneath the piano. So yeah, that all goes inside, and then go to the tree and pick the microphones off of the tree. You can leave the cables, tie them around so they don't get lost. So just to recap, when you come in, you're going to set up speakers. Speakers, bring the piano over there so it's on hand and ready to go. Plug it in and test it. Put the microphones back on the stands, put the microphones back in the tree. At that point, you should be ready to go. At the end of the night, don't bother turning off the board. You can just leave it on. Leave the MP3 player playing for all I care. All fine. On the schedule, the last 2 acts are dance groups. So you'll be using the phone thing.